Okay, part two, talking about mainly the Leatherman Wingman and using the S2 juice for comparison purposes. So let's go ahead and get into the S2 juice here. You've already seen the plier head, very similar, just a little bit smaller than the Wingman. And you'll see here some of the tool marks that are engraved into the plier head. You don't get that kind of quality with the Wingman just because of the price point. And I think that's really kind of how they try to save some money there. And it's purposeful. I mean, you don't really need it. It's just kind of cool looking if you're into that. Okay, so where do we want to go over here? Let's get to some of the... if I can pop them open here, because these are a little bit difficult to open. But we'll get to some of the drivers because this S2 juice really does kind of come ahead as far as drivers are concerned. Not popping them out. They're not as easy to pop out. But look at those three drivers. I mean, these are just fantastic. Goodness. Let me see if I can get focused in here. And you can see that is very sharp, very nice, and you can really get in and do some detail work with that. Something like that will serve you so well, and it has served me well. Here's your really small driver, and you can get into some tight spots with that. Look how sharp that is on the end. That is most excellent, and this is the kind of quality that you can really expect from a Leatherman. And even this one, I guess you could call this one their large. It is also very sharp and fantastic. I love these drivers, man. They're excellent. And here's, man, this Wingman gets his butt kicked in a couple of respects to the S2 juice, and the drivers is one of them. And look at this driver here, this Phillips head, three-dimensional completely, and that is so good. I love using that driver. If I'm just sitting at home and I'm working away on something, I will not use that as much as I will this, because these drivers are just way above and beyond what the Wingman does, or what the Wingman has. And this is a perfect example of it. I don't see why Leatherman couldn't put, or doesn't put, this driver in that Wingman. It would fit just fine, and it would really help out quite a bit as far as its capabilities are concerned. Yes, this driver does work fine. Here it is over here. And, you know, it does have longer reach than this, so you got to give it that. But I haven't been able to get to anything easier with this than I've been able to get to it with that. And you get such a better purchase with that driver. But they both work. It's just a minor little thing. You know, comparison points, that's all that is. So that's pretty much the S2 juice. We'll go ahead and show you one thing that does kind of bug me. When I go to close this thing up, if you don't close that plier head first, it can kind of lock up on you, and that one's shut for me. But if you're not careful, it'll get locked up on you. Well, it's not going to do it on camera, of course not. But it has happened to me a whole bunch. So that's just kind of something to think about. Let's do a little on our Micra here. This one is cool. This is the older model, and it just has the scissors and no plier. But these scissors are so good. A huge fan of these scissors, and they are spring-loaded. So it's one-hand operation, and these are awesome. Awesome! I like these a lot. Some of the cool little things on this, you do have a nice little look at that little blade there, and that is sharp. Your fingernail file, I like that. Look at that driver. That's a nice driver on there. Let's look at the other side. These tweezers. Oh, dude. These tweezers are so freaking cool. And as you can see, it has a little Phillips here too, if you can't read. So that's what their intended purpose is for that. But it works. But these tweezers are really nice. I like those quite a bit. And there's your can opener, and then a mini driver. Mini driver, that's hilarious. A small driver. And there that is. So I keep this in tow in my pack. And I have it around if I want it. Man, I keep knocking these bullets over. I'm probably not going to do a background like that again. That's just too much damage possible. So why did I upgrade to this one? Well, the price point. I got this thing for like 30 bucks. And yeah, I had to wait 6 months, but you won't have to wait 6 months anymore. These things came out last year at SHOT Show, so they're, readily available. And you can find them for 30 bucks, maybe even a little less than that. And I love it. It's all stainless steel, 420 high carbon on the blade, and it has worked well. Yeah, it's serrated. I don't really care for serrations, but I don't know, it works okay. The blade is pretty sharp right out of box. You could cut yourself with it relatively easily. You can cut a whole bunch of other stuff with it too. So I do like the what's it called? The pliers set. I use them all the time. I mean, and you wouldn't think in the medical field you would do that, but you really do. You never know what you're going to run into out there. There are some weird corners here that I guess if you used it in a certain way, it could kind of keep your finger on there. But man, if you get these flipped around, that digs right into the palm of your hand, and it doesn't feel good. So you kind of have to make sure you have these oriented appropriately, or else you're going to end up hurting your hand a little bit, So I guess that's kind of that. Let me think if there's anything else I really want to say about these. One of the major draws was that pocket clip, because, like I said earlier, it's just kind of a big deal. If ever Leatherman came out with a pocket clip for their S2 series, the Juice, I would definitely get into that. That would be cool. I would definitely want to get in on some pocket clip for the S2. Let me think if there's anything else I really want to say that would actually be pertinent. Not much. I would just say a weight on this is 7 ounces. And it does have a little bit of heft to it. I mean, you're going to feel that in your pocket, but with that clip, it won't run around on you. And the weight on this is 4.4 ounces. But I carry this one so much better because of that stupid little clip there. If this had a clip, this would probably just disappear in your pocket. You probably wouldn't even notice you had it. So I guess that's that. There we go. So Leatherman Wingman, I would buy it again if I needed to. I've been really happy with it so far. Use it every day, and you ought to check into it if you're interested. Alright, well, I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks a lot.